What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today. And what we're going to be looking at is Bitcoin on the monthly chart, the weekly chart, and the daily time frame. And the reason why I want to do this was give you a big picture view. Right now, there's a lot of panic out there in the cryptocurrency space, and I've been trying to do my best to just sit back and really evaluate the price the best that I can, because I want to give you guys the best information that I possibly can. Don't want to just put out videos for no reason. So when we're taking a look at Bitcoin here on the monthly time frame, the one key moving average that I want you to pay attention to, and I think you should have this on your chart, it's something that I've been looking at on this monthly chart here, is going to be in purple. And this moving average has done a great job throughout this entire bull market. And this is going to be our 10-month simple moving average in purple. Now, if you take a look at this, guys, when we first got up above this, our price was about $28,000. We have stayed up above that since March 1st, 2023. We have been up above this the entire time. You can see we had a back test here. We held it. Back test right around $55,000. We held it. Back test around $78,000. We held it. And now we're up at around $98,000 for this moving average. And in my opinion, I've been talking about how we're up in these higher ranges now. We're in the expensive territory for Bitcoin. I've talked about taking some profits off the table, sell 10, 20, 30%, whatever, up at these ranges, and then continue to allow the rest to run. And what I would do here, guys, I would use this 10-month simple moving average in purple as a guide for us. If we close a monthly candle below that moving average, or even if we start to dip back below that moving average, in my opinion, that could be an early warning sign that we potentially could be rolling over and that this bull market is no longer intact. So far right now, this moving average is still pointing to the north, pointing up for us, and we're still holding it as perfectly good support. So no problem there. But in my opinion here, guys, this is a really big moving average for us. You can see before, this is in the 2017 market cycle, when we had our China sell-off here, when China banned cryptocurrency and we lost about 50% in a week, essentially, we came down and we still held this moving average right back in this range. You can see it was still support for us. Once we lost it and we had a candle close below it, then the full bear market really took hold. So in my opinion, this is one of the most important moving averages that you can pay attention to, and this is on the monthly time frame. Now, if we get into the weekly time frame, I believe the 50-week simple moving average is also very important for us, and we're going to get into that. But first, on the monthly here, I want to do some indicators for you. So right now, our MACD is still good. We have not had a cross to the downside. You can see back in this range as well. As we lost that moving average, we started to get a cross to the downside. So we're keeping an eye on this type of stuff as our money flow was starting to decrease. So right now, our moving average on the monthly is still good. Our Chaikin money flow is at a positive 0.18, so that's still good as well. And then for our histogram, our lazy bear squeeze here, we are still firing. We're still triggering here. We have our yellow dots and we're in the green. So far, so good on the monthly time frame. No complaints there. The only thing that I would look for is more volume here, guys. I've talked about this in several videos. See our first push up, we had above average volume. Second push up here, still above average volume slightly, and then you can see this third push that we've had has been on very minimal volume. So we do need bigger volume to come up if we're going to get up above that 125,000 and go up and see if we can get around that $150,000 to potentially top out for Bitcoin in this bull market cycle. Now, if we get into the weekly time frame, just to give you an example here. So weekly time frame, I'm going to pull off this 10-week simple moving average, which is going to be in purple. So we'll remove that, and now what we're going to pay attention to is this 50-week simple moving average, and this is going to be in red. So this right now is at about $98,000, $99,000. So this one is also another major one that we're paying attention to. Same deal, guys. When we broke through in 2023, we have been up above it the whole time. We back tested in red there, back tested, and held. So when you see one of these two moving averages, when we start closing below it, in my opinion, that potentially could be the end of the bull market. And right now, we're not there yet. This potentially could just be consolidation where we chop sideways in an equilibrium before we get that next move to the upside, but we need it to come on volume. So if we step back now, our MACD is still above the zero line, but we have had that downward cross. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Chaikin money flow is going to be at a positive 0.13, so we're still at the positive for our money flow. And then our lazy bear squeeze histogram, we have lost our yellow firing triggers here, and our histogram has been moving down. We've been losing a little bit of strength there on the weekly time frame. So keeping a close eye on that, and then we'll get into the daily time frame. And these are the time frames that I like to pay attention to. In the cryptocurrency space, guys, don't worry about the 5-minute time frame, the 1-hour time frame, any of that. Really step back and take the big picture view of what's going on, because in this space, the manipulators are going to want to shake you out. They're going to want to mess with your mind. But if you sit back and you look at these larger time frames, that's what's going to help you the most. So on the daily time frame now, number one thing we need to hold is our 200-day moving average. And you can see, so guys, from the monthly time frame, we have that 10-month moving average. On the weekly, we have the 50-week moving average we're paying attention to. Then on the 1-day time frame here, the number one thing is this 200-day moving average, which is going to be in white. So we're still trading up above that, still in our overall uptrend, which is nice. Our 200-day moving average is going to put you at about $104,000. So that's an area that we're going to need to hold. If we get into our technicals, MACD is starting to cross back down through the 0 line here. We have not got there yet, but we're heading in that direction, so we want to be aware of that. Chaikin money flow is going to be at a positive 0.04. So been weakening a little bit on our money flow. We were up to about 0.24. And then our lazy bear squeeze up here, we've had the darker green on our histogram, and then we still have been getting our trigger fire signals. So what I would say, guys, just going into the technicals here and stepping back and taking a look at this. So we'll start on the monthly time frame. Monthly, still a buy. We have our 3 sell, 9 neutral, 12 buy. On the 1 week time frame, we have a 3 sell, a 10 neutral, and a 13 buy. And then on the 1 day time frame, we have a 9 sell, a 10 neutral, and a 7 buy. So we have started to lose a little bit of strength there on the daily time frame. We need to get that back into a buy. But overall, so far, guys, please don't get shaken out by all the volatility. Don't be afraid to take some profits up in this range. I mean, if you've been in, and we'll go back to the 1 month time frame here. If you've been in from somewhere around like, $38,000, don't be afraid to take a little bit of profit off the table up in this range. Because guys, living through, I've been through 2 full cycles, but this is my 3rd cycle. Just living through it, seeing prices go, for Bitcoin from 11,000 all the way up to 70,000, and then back to, 15,000 again. And all the time and the opportunity costs that you can have, it's really tough to deal with. And I understand when people say, Bitcoin always goes up and it's just going to continue to go up. But truly, guys, you don't want to sit through 2 years of a potential bear market and seeing all the profits that you have reverse. So I really think it's a smart thing to take a little bit of profit off the table, let some ride, and then look at those moving averages that we've been paying attention to. And also, guys, just to put it out there, I haven't done a video recently because I've just been in mourning for America. Just overall, the Charlie Kirk shooting, assassination, and just the violence back and forth, guys, it just really, it's taken a lot out of me. And when I look at stuff like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all that, it's just in a way kind of irrelevant. And I just haven't had the urge to put out a video. Overall, guys, I think we need to turn back to God. I think this country desperately needs Jesus Christ, and it just breaks my heart seeing people, how violent they are and how wicked and evil, and celebrating people's death. And, it's just, it's a lot on the soul. And I just want to tell you guys that I love each and every one of you, and help those around your circle. Be there for your family, be there for your friends, and just enjoy every day that God gives you. And I'll be on again sometime, but I'm not sure when. But I just want to put that out there, guys, that I've just been having a heavy heart, and I just pray for this nation. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.